Can I phone a friend?
Yeah, go ahead.
Yo,
Hey.
what up?
So who defused the bomb at the end of the train there? A. Supergirl. B. Superman. C. Alex. Or D. Hank Henshaw.
Start over. I wasn't paying attention at all.
Jesus, man. Who defused the bomb in the train? A. Supergirl. B. Superman. C. Alex. Or D. Hank Henshaw.
Let's go with A, Superman, Supergirl. Who was A? A.
Supergirl?
Final answer.
Is that your final answer?
My final answer is A.
Are you sure?
Yes.
Now's your time to change it.
Is that right?
You have one more. Are you sure?
Yes, I'm sure. Go with A.
You just lost out on $1 million, my friend.
Yeah, you just cost me $1 million. You suck. I'll text you a bit.
Alright, cool.
Hey guys, what's going on? It's DJ here with my bros, Germs and Bears.
Boo.
What's going on?
Bring you another weekly recap of this week's Supergirl. Tonight's episode was called How Does She Do It? Roll the recap. Kara flies around Central City, but then is attacked by a drone. She's able to destroy it and brings it into the DEO. She questions Hank and thinks that he sent it so he can watch over her. He denies it and Alex believes him. She tells Kara to trust him. Back at Catco, Kara volunteers to watch after Kat's son Carter while she goes to accept an award. After an explosion is set off, Kara goes to stop a skyscraper from falling. Another drone is there, but just watches her. Back at the DEO, Hank points his fingers at Lord Technologies. Maxwell Lord denies that he sent the drones out and that it might have been rival companies doing this to tarnish his name. He's setting up for the launch of his new train. Kara and Jimmy and Lucy. Now she knows how wind feels. Kara saves her sister and Lord from another bomb at his building. She's knocked out by the blast. As she drifts in and out of consciousness, she sees Hank Henshaw's eyes glow red. The DEO finds out that the bombs were the work of ex-Lord Technologies employee Ethan Knox. Kara heads to the train station while Hank and Alex head to the airport. Hank uses his abilities to dismantle the bomb. Kara goes onto the train and tries to convince Ethan not to blow it up. He does anyways, but she's able to save everybody. Turns out that Maxwell Lord set this all up as a test for her. What a sicko. Win and Kara still need to happen. Lucy and Jimmy can just be off in a corner together. That kid Carter was cool. Cat Grant has a heart. Hank Henshaw is still sketchy. Alex is still awesome. Kara is still awesome. Boom. Awesome. So this episode had quite a bit in it, and we are actually am I allowed to say this, Bears? Jeremy, you can cut this out if not. Bears actually hasn't watched it because he hasn't he doesn't have it. Yes?
Yes. What it was is due to the sensitive nature of the events in France or Paris. CBS decided it would be smarter to delay the episode and just swap it out for another show. So I won't see it till Friday-ish.
That's, I respect that. That's a good move on their part.
Good guy, Canada.
Yeah. So, Bears, this is gonna be pretty new, I guess, in these talks. We're just gonna be mentioning a whole bunch of stuff that Bears hasn't seen, and he's just gonna react to it pretty much. So we start off the episode. Kara is flying around town doing her business. Oh!
So original.
And then we see some sort of Call of Duty drone come out of nowhere and start
quadcopter
blasting her up. Yeah, and
Maybe online.
she gets rid of it pretty quickly. She just uses her heat ray vision and brings it down. Then she brings it into Hank and her sister, who kind of put two and two together and say that it could have come from Maxwell Lord's place or his what is it, Industries? Is that what it's called? Lord Industries or something like that? Or technology, Lord Technology. So they bring it there, and they try to implant themselves into the company to see whether or not he's shady.
Yep.
Because apparently he didn't know anything about that. So, Bears, right off the bat, off that first clue, do you think he had something to do with that drone being out there, even though he said he didn't?
So he says he doesn't know about the drone.
No.
He's like, it's my tech, but I don't know what happened to it.
Yeah.
You're damn right he knows about it. He's been obsessed about it with her since, he found out about it.
Exactly.
Yeah. So they leave Alex there to kind of like watch over him, and they had this really weird moment. How do you feel about that, Bears? If we told you that, like there seemed to be a little bit of something between Alex and Max. It was really.
She could do worse. So ship that. For now, I'm gonna say ship that.
Ship that? Okay. So yeah, they had like some weird connection. Like even though she was fighting like really really hard, right, Jeremy?
Yeah.
He's fighting super hard to kind of like not. He's just like so smooth talking though. It's hard to kind of like not ignore him.
He reminds me of a Luther.
Yeah, he's suave like that.
Mm-hmm.
While that's happening, Kara is off doing her double life and getting lattes and everything. And then I had no idea that she had a kid, but Cat Grant asked Kara to watch her son.
Yeah.
What's his name?
Is it Carter?
Carter.
Oh.
Yeah.
Bears didn't even watch it. He knows it. Oh, fun for you. And he's this awkward kid. And actually, there's a scene there that Jeremy and I were like, "Whoa, that's pretty cool." She just dressed as Supergirl. She totally forgets that she had to pick him up from school, and she flies super speed into a bush and changes in like a second.
Yeah.
And just pops out of there. And there's no way that kid did.
How did she where did she dash her clothes?
In the bush.
In the bush. So she had that plan.
Story.
Story, yeah.
Okay, yeah, I agree with that.
And it turns out this kid has a crush, Bears.
How old is this kid?
I'd say
13, 14?
Yeah, around that.
And
That's
he
not
has,
a crush. That's just puberty.
yeah, he's crushing on Supergirl, and Kara kind of finds it flattering. Yeah, like you said, he kind of goes through puberty a bit. He's like, no, I don't like her, but she's got really nice legs, but I don't like her. And he kind of has this like super kind of quirky friendship with Kara and Win.
Yeah.
And I gotta say, Kara and Win, Bears, she did it again this episode to him.
She totally friend zoned his ass.
Yeah.
Yes, exactly.
Tossed him off the boat.
But then she asks him to do stuff for her, like watching the kid while she's out doing her super heroics. It's messed up, man. And
But
then
it's a good thing that they get along.
It's a good thing that he's the way he is.
Yeah, exactly.
While that's happening, the other weird love triangles. We actually see more of Lucy Lane this episode.
Mm-hmm.
I thought that she was gonna come off like as kind of like.
You wanted her to be a bitch, didn't you?
Yeah, I did. I really did. But you find, I guess we could mention it now. The reason why her and Jimmy broke up was because he thought that she took her job too seriously, but she said that he took his job with Superman too seriously, so they kind of like drifted apart. And poor Kara was like trying to look for some dirt on Lucy up until Lucy said that. Kara friend zoned herself.
Ba ba ba.
Yeah, and then she tells Jimmy like, just go talk to her, and Jimmy's like, but I think what? It just gets all awkward, and Kara did exactly what her sister said during the episode not to do. That's where that whole scenario from last week played out. Went off to Thanksgiving all on their own, and just, man, it's bad times. She can't keep a good relationship going.
Yerp.
Cue the James Blunt. Watch everything just fall apart.
Yes, exactly. So we get that attack. And then we have another bombing of a building, and that's what we saw in the preview from last week.
Yeah.
And she's holding up this place, and she uses her heat ray vision, which is always awesome to look at. And she uses her, Jesus, I'm a fan of Superman, Supergirl. Her super breath.
Yeah.
To put out the fire. And then another drone is like getting intel on her, right, Derms?
Yeah, just staring her down.
Yes. Clue number 2. Yeah, they go back to the base, and Maxwell Lord is planning to have everybody, like, he's remember that train that he was working on, Bears, when we first met him? He releases it in this episode, and he has people riding it, and
Surprise! It breaks.
ooh,
Very
he
close.
has it sabotaged.
It's sabotage.
Yes, he has it sabotaged by a guy named Ethan Hawke. Ethan
You're kidding,
Knox. No, Ethan Knox. Ethan Knox. Who's
To say Ethan Hawke shows up? That's pretty intense. Like,
and guess who's there? Guess who shows up on the train?
Denzel Washington.
Okay. All the characters. Okay, let's just say this. Kara leaves the kid with Win. Win goes to get pizza while the kid.
Win shows up on train.
Kid shows up on train.
Yeah.
And because he wants to meet Supergirl.
Mm-hmm.
And
He goes to where the trouble is.
yes, and Maxwell Lord takes him on board.
Yeah.
Now-
Not knowing who he is.
Yes. And the whole time, like, just by looking at the guy Ethan, he doesn't look like a bad guy.
He just looks troubled.
Yeah, he looks very troubled. So Kara gets there, nick of time, of course. Oh, well, that's happening. Sorry. I kind of dove over that part, but while she's heading over to that train station, right, another bomb is being set somewhere by the city and at the airport, right, Germs?
Yeah.
And Hank and Alex go to stop it. Guess what, Bears? Guess what happens?
Superman shows up.
There's only a couple seconds left, and Supergirl's on her way back to the train station. So who do you think dismantled that bomb?
Superman.
Close?
Okay, no. We'll play
close.
some Who Wants to Be a Millionaire here, okay? A, Supergirl. B, Superman. C, Alex. D, Hank Henshaw. You have whatever lifelines there are in Who
Can I
Wants.
phone a friend?
Yeah, go ahead.
Yo,
Hey.
what up?
So who defused the bomb at the end of the train there? A, Supergirl. B, Superman. C, Alex. Or D, Hank Henshaw.
Start over. I wasn't paying attention at all.
Jesus, man. Who defused the bomb in the train? A, Supergirl. B, Superman. C, Alex. Or D, Hank Henshaw.
Let's go with A, Superman, Supergirl. Who was A? A.
Supergirl?
Final answer.
Is that your final answer?
My final answer is A.
Are you sure?
Yes.
Now's your time to change it.
Is that right?
You have one more. Are you sure?
Yes, I'm sure. Go with A.
You just lost out on $1 million, my friend.
A, you just cost me $1 million. You suck. I'll text you a bit.
Alright, cool.
So,
Hank
that was
Henshaw.
amazing. Yes, Hank Henshaw was the one who
Dude,
defeated.
that's perfect. Sorry.
So,
Continue.
yeah, that was just, we need to do more sporadic stuff like that. That was amazing. So Hank tells Alex to get the hell out of there, and he just goes all computerized. His
Yeah.
eyes go red. He was able to rip the bomb apart like easily, and that just raises the question to me. We could talk about that later, whether or not he is good.
Yeah.
So
I
he
think he's a good guy.
thinks so. Do you think something's gonna make him snap, or do you think he's just gonna be a good guy for a bit?
I think he's gonna be a good guy for a bit, and then like something's gonna like twitch, like a virus or something. Oh man.
Oh, dude, that's
okay. Save.
Whoa.
No, that's rich. You haven't even seen this episode, Bears, and you got it. So yeah, he defused the bomb, and Alex was like, "What the freak was that?" And he's like, "It's a dud. It's not real. It's not a real bomb." And so Kara's off, and she gets to the train station, but not fast enough. And actually, Wynn gets there too, but they don't let him on the train.
You
So
should have
Kara,
said my kid's on the train.
yeah, he should have said something like that. So Kara busts in through the roof of the train,
Yeah.
tells everybody to get the freak out, or can't get the freak out of a moving train, but she tells everybody to stay calm, and she goes to confront Ethan, who says that they are making me do this, and they're gonna take away my daughter. And it was like a weird moment, because it looked for a second like he was gonna let them live, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Then he presses the button, and he's just like, you can save them.
But you only
Kara
got 30
did-
seconds.
Yeah. So what Kara does is she opens up the door, or she goes back to the other side and unhinges the front part of the train with the poor dude on it.
Yeah.
And, yeah. And she stopped the rest of the train. Is freaking, how long was it?
Super long.
Yeah, probably miles long. And she stopped that thing. It looked effortless the way she did it. So that part was pretty sick. They get back to the base. Everybody's all happy. Cat Grant's son is just like, oh, I met Supergirl and whatnot. And she's like, oh, Kara, I should fire you. Freaking terrible babysitter. And Jimmy, it's that whole part was just like, Wynn is getting third wheeled. Jimmy is making out with Lucy, and Kara's getting third wheeled, and everything's like all sad. And then they go back to Kara goes to the DEO. And then she's discussing with Alex all the stuff that happened, and it turns out that the bomb was real because it had all the mechanisms inside of it that make it a bomb. And they're trying to figure out who's lying, Hank or Max, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So Kara goes to Max, and she tries to play that whole like mind manipulating game, but she's not having it. And he was the one who did everything in that episode. He's freaking crazy.
I see it.
Of his damn mind. He's like, yeah, I had that drone following you so I could see how fast you go. I had you pick up that he did like one of those what do you call it, like, if it's appropriate to mention, it's like one of those OJ Simpson type things. He didn't directly confess to it, but he said like, if I did do it, this is how I would do it. And yeah, he's just like,
Implied?
yeah, exactly. He never said that he actually did it, but he's like, this is how I would do it. It's like, and then I had you like save people in the train, but it looks like you would rather sacrifice all the people in the airport than the one on the train. So that means the person that you were trying to, there had to be one single person on the train that you had to save, and that's like the answer to who you are. And I was like, oh no, this guy's messed up. Oh, the biggest thing, and that's pretty much how the episode ends. And the biggest thing there was that Kara actually saw Hank eyes glow red after she stopped that bomb at the beginning.
Yeah.
And she was like all
and
like
she just
knocked
saw
out
it as like a dream.
Yeah, exactly.
Because she got knocked out by one of Maxwell's bombs, as a test to see like how strong she is.
Yeah.
And like how durable she is. And she got knocked out. Hank saved her, and then as she was like trying to wake up, she saw him turn around, and he like his eyes glowed.
Wow.
So I couldn't pick up on any Easter eggs except for the toys again on Wynn's desk. They said woman. I think they said a woman of steel could never break or something like that. They did that again. And
there's a real bad pun that Maxwell said.
Yeah.
He's like,
what was
sorry,
it?
but I got a train to catch.
That is bad.
Gotta stay on track here, man.
Oh my gosh.
Here you go.
Off the rails.
So yeah, that's pretty much how the episode ended. Now, getting into the previews, we saw Red Tornado.
Yeah.
Have you seen what he looks like, Bears?
I have not. Why don't you just rail that out for us?
Okay. And I'm just gonna talk about this dude because people have been giving it flack because he looks like a certain somebody on the
Marvel
other side.
Yeah.
So
someone on the other side.
Yes. How do I? No, I don't need this.
Can't say that I tried.
Yeah.
It's alright. It's cool. We're chugging along this episode of a good clip. We're going.
Oh my gosh, he said chugging. Oh my god.
He looks like the Vision.
Yeah.
Yes, that's exact. Now people are just see that's the thing. Yeah, he looks like the Vision. Now am I gonna complain like the bunch of pansies that have been complaining after seeing this dude? No, because I want to see him actually do the little tornado thingy.
Yeah.
When he flies around.
He straight up looks like a Power Rangers villain.
Yeah.
Yes, the look is not like the best, I would say, but still we'll have to see. He also kind of has like that
locomotives.
He's built by Tio Moro, or I think he is. I don't know how they do it. I'm not sure how it is in this show, but Tio Moro creates him. But for some reason, Tio Moro and Red Tornado are listed as the same person in this show, so I don't know if that's how it's gonna be. But he kind of has like that characteristics of Vision, where he's like he picks the good over the bad and stuff like that, unless he's being mind controlled, which it looks like he is. And guess what?
What?
We might see some red kryptonite next episode.
Oh man.
Because Kara, she kind of either that or she has a super period. It's real bad. She actually yelled at Kat in the trailer.
Dang.
She's like, "Don't talk to me like that." We get to see Supergirl on Red K.
On Red Kryptonite, that'd be sick.
So, what do you guys rate this episode?
I'm gonna give this one a solid. Solid needs to be something unknown, but something known, but something awesome, and something delicate. Train Simulator.
Oh,
Nice.
10 out of 10. I give it. We played frickin' Who Wants to Be a Millionaire on here, and Bears unfortunately did not get it. But,
There's always next week.
Yes, there's always next week. Tune in again to Supergirl, Who Wants to Be a Millionaire.
Yeah.
So, you guys got any final thoughts?
The villain this week was kind of awesome and interesting. I really enjoyed his presence. I think Supergirl could be a little less whiny, but I think she did all right this episode.
Yay! Jeremy, what do you think?
I'm much excited.
I thought that this week they're doing a good job balancing it. They're not having Bears. They did not have too many mushy scenes, and the flying actually made sense in this one because there was aerial battle, so there wasn't stupid flying. And like Bear said, the villain was good, and like Jeremy said, much excited to be about.
Yeah, they loaded all that emotional stuff in the caboose and they hit this full steam ahead.
Yeah, actually, Jamie was a little bit emotional this episode. A little bit. So, with that being said, go leave your comments down below. what you thought about the episode. You leave your likes as well.
Hashtag choo choo. Don't forget to check out my channel where we do Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. It's kind of awesome.
Be sure to check out our movie pilot where we post a lot more about these episodes, and yeah, social links also down below.
See you guys in the next one.
Smoke coal every day. Bye.